Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to FPV XP. Thought I'd do a quick video here on the must-have items in your bag. A lot of people have a lot of gear, a lot of stuff, and I've been into FPV for a while, but there's a couple of things that I've come across now that I think you just gotta have it in your bag. And if you don't, there's gonna come an occasion where you find yourself falling short. This one, obviously, as you can see from the gear here, has to do with powering your goggles. Because I usually have a battery pack on the back of this. It weighs like 6 metric tons and it's really uncomfortable. I hate having a pack stuck to my head. It drives me up the wall. So what I've actually done is gone for a bit of a shop at my usual favorite, the King Quad shop, which is on eBay and really reliable. Gets me all my stuff on time, every time. So I think I'll show it off to you. The first most amazing cable that I've seen is this cable here by MXK. Now, this cable here will power your goggles, but not like every other cable. Like this one's gonna power your goggles off of the most beautiful USB. Because, you know, at the end of the day, everybody's got one of these bad boys. This is my power bank. It's the Energizer. It's 20,000 milliamp hours. It would probably light up my house, in all fairness. And it's a great piece of kit, you know. So if I could just use that out in the field, in my pocket or in my bag, then why on earth would I carry these little packs on the back of my head, like constantly weighing me down, constantly giving me a headache, constantly running out of power? Yeah. Okay, that should just be redesigned outright. So this is the cable that's been come up with. I think it's squarely aimed at the FATSHARK market from the voltages that I can see on here. 2-in-1 lithium-ion battery charger, this is called, even though we're using it to power our FATSHARKs, and in my case the Eachine EV200Ds. So I've taken the dual modules out of there and I've replaced it with a rapid fire module, which really helps me out a lot. And then all we need is a simple cable. Easy as go ahead and plug it in to your USB. Job done. Has a fancy little green light over here, shows you you're ready for action, and fairly long, as you can see. So you can put this in your pocket. Obviously not long enough to reach the ground, but I've got a USB extension cable that I connect to that, so the pack can sit in my backpack, and then I can power my goggles with it. As you can see, standard powers FATSHARK, and say what you like, you can get the best pack for your FATSHARKs. They'll run out sooner or later, or you forget to charge or whatever. My power bank never ever gives me drama, and I always have it in my pack, so it's a beaut. Simple as go ahead to your power source and you've got 20,000 milliamp hours ready to rock and roll. Sorry, like it's just a force of habit. I have to go ahead and have a mess around. But as you can see, it's powering me. And let's face it, 20,000 milliamp hours, absolute beast. I can't knock it, not for a second. You can probably hear my fans going into hyperdrive. I don't think, in all honesty, that I will ever use the battery pack on the back of this again, because if I have to hold my goggles like this, they're so light in comparison to what I'm used to when you're wearing the battery on it, that I just don't see the point. I just don't. Obviously it has 2 fans, so choose battery, only on the rapid fire module now, and rock and roll. I can't for the life of me think of a reason why I would not use this, in all honesty. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of kit. But at the end of the day, you know, some of us are flyaholics. Even if we have a 20,000 milliamp battery with us, it's not going to cut the mustard, is it? It's going to go flat. We'll use it to charge our phones. We'll use it to charge everything. We'll use the works, you know? Usually I carry around a laptop. If it is the case that I have a laptop on me, you can go ahead and stick this into your laptop and use your laptop's battery. And so the power bank goes flat, use your laptop's battery. So like at the end of the day, it's going to keep you running. Which brings me to my next point. This little beauty here. Now this is a converter in the first place. Let me open it up so you can check it out. Big fan of one of these. You have to have them. They're also available on the King Quad shop. I'll leave a link in the description. Fairly basic item. On one end you can see XT60 and on the other a USB. So if your laptop runs out of charge, okay, fine. If your 20 million zillion milliamp hour battery runs out of charge, and you happen to have one of these around, you rock and roll these all the time. You will have to sacrifice a pack, obviously, you know, not much I can do about that. You go ahead, you plug it in, you know, very pretty, cell checker, looks good, right? I mean, it checks your cells. It's got a buzzer here to go off if it's too low, and it's a beaut. But at the end of the day, it's got a USB on the other end. So that then brings your cable back into play, right? Go ahead, plug in your cable, and now, ladies and gentlemen, you can charge your goggles off of yet another power source. So you see how I'm going for the play here. You see why I call the video what I call the video. FPV gear, you must have. This cable and this little box here will actually make sure that you can switch between an XT30, between a power bank, between a laptop. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're sitting in your car, you could use this cable plugged into your lighter charger if it provides the right current. I think it's an amp. And, you know, if you conform to USB standards, you can sit in your car and fly using your goggles. So between these two little pieces of gear here, you'll be flying for a millennia. And I think personally, like, running out of battery when you absolutely don't need to is the worst experience that I've ever had, and it's not something that I'd ever want to run into again at the end of the day. Like, it's, you need your batteries, you need to have charge, you need everything to work the way it's supposed to, and if it doesn't, you know, your life becomes a nightmare. So between those two, you can see right here, it's not powering me up, but I know for a fact that these use a heck of a load more current than your FATSHARKs do. So for FATSHARK folks, you know, you're 100% safe. For us with the EV200Ds, you can see he's running into a bit of a drama. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Welcome to the party. But there you have it at the end of the day. Now I'm going to have a quick look in the glasses to see what the batteries say. That's it. I'm hooked up. I'm jacked up. At the end of the day, I've gone from power bank to laptop to XT60 plug on my 4S lipo, and I'm in the field, I'm flying, I'm happy, it's hunky-dory. That shows that off to you. Beautiful, beautiful product. Turn this off just for the sake of not having it blaring in your ears. So ladies and gentlemen, this cable, must have. Must have. I don't think there's anybody out there who can deny it. This cable is available on the King Quad shop, which is my trusty shop. And shout out to King Quad for sending this over, because they said, hey, you need to have this, fly with it, have a look. So here's the review on it. I think it's beautiful. It's going to live in my bag. Secondly, at the end of the day, everybody needs to have a cell checker. This will check your cells amongst other features. I'll leave the link of it again in the description for both these items. Go and have a look at all the stuff it can do, because it's a fantastic piece of kit. Got your button there to run you through the functions. I mean, it's so useful. You can use your XT60 to charge your phone at the end of the day, because it converts you to USB. So let's face it, it's something you gotta have. So those two items I picked up off the King Quad shop. I thought they were great, and I thought I'd slide this one in here because I'm in the midst of doing a new build right now. It's my third Impulse RC Reverb, but I've gone full KISS, and I'm super excited. And the KISS stuff, it costs a pretty penny, you know. So I figured I'm gonna buy a smoke stopper. No, I know, you're judging me. You're thinking, oh, you don't trust your own soldering and blah, blah, blah. And I really do, but at the end of the day, when the FC costs £50 and the Wolf PDB costs £50 and the ESCs are £20 each, and you rack up a bill, the last thing I want to do is smoke it. So I picked this up from the King Quad shop. It's a smoke stopper, and it's handy, and it sells for next to nothing, and is definitely a piece of gear you need in your bag. So XT60, XT30 with a resettable fuse over there. So the fuse trips at an amp, 1 amp, and the fuse goes. It holds constant at half an amp, so it won't go, and you can put 60 volts max into it. If you notice kindly, ladies and gentlemen, the King Quad shop, and again I'll leave a link to the smoke stopper there. I'm brave, but I'm not brave enough to plug in a lipo into a KISS build without a smoke stopper. So I picked this up from there. It's Joe's, it's custom made, it's from his shop, it's great, it's good quality, and at the end of the day it doesn't have a fuse that you need to keep replacing over and over. It's resettable. Once it trips, you unplug it, you plug it back in, you're ready to rock and roll again. Good piece of kit. I hope it does come to save my life, especially because it's going to be a KISS build. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Find all the links to all the products down in the description. They'll be there. And for heaven's sake, like and subscribe. Nobody freaking likes. Nobody ever subscribes. It's taking a million years. Please like and subscribe. Check out the links. I hope you have a great evening, and your next FPV session is rock and roll.